Like, those men have to in order for like me and these girls to like rekindle our friendship.
Really? I believe in trickle down my thigh economics.
God, I'm gonna burn in for liking Kindles and for drinking from plastic water bottles sometimes when I get traffic.
I feel like that's a double standard.
It is a little wrong when you're screaming.
When I'm going, boing, boing.
I just want you to keep your guard up. Just like,
thank you.
Going forward. Hey, I'm Nicole. That's Nicole.
And I'm Jake.
That's Jake.
Who's that?
And this is Talk
Nasty to Me.
We haven't been in here in a while.
You know what? We really haven't. I feel like we've been doing a field trip every other episode, which is kind of cute. I like that.
I like the
Maybe
field
next
trips.
week will be a field trip too.
There's not going to be a next episode.
Oh.
There's not going to be a next week. There's not going to be a next time. There's not going to be a next episode. There is no
R.I.P.
next.
You will be missed.
Me?
Yeah, I remember saying goodbye.
Jake told me to caption.
Okay, whatever. Okay,
to title,
I was joking.
Jake told me to title. You were not joking because you were
saying goodbye.
And I'm like, that's fucking genius. I needed help titling my last video.
That's fucking genius.
If you are ever upset at clickbait or like titling, or if you think something is an issue, just know he's the mastermind behind it. If it's a bad title. If it's a good title, I did that shit. Just so that we're clear.
No, I thought it was a really good title, and it
was good.
You know what? It got people talking, and I think that that's like the most important thing is like to get people talking.
It's really important to get people talking about a fucking Depop closet clean out.
I think it's funny. Like, also the comments on that were hilarious to me. Everyone's like, "Don't ever do that to me again." I'm like,
my followers are not.
People are
British.
dying.
Don't say that. Do not ever insinuate that my followers are British.
Don't do that to me again.
Aw.
Yeah, your little down under fans.
Ew.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to. That one guy that we were watching this morning, who you sent me a TikTok of.
Oh yeah.
The hissing guy.
Snake Squad or whatever.
Snaky.
What the flip?
Dear customer, this chair will attempt to remove you unless you proceed to payment.
What the flip? Snake on me. What the flip? The snake always used to sit on these and not get a massage, and now it does this.
I went on a whole rabbit hole. You have to insert one of his videos. I went down a whole rabbit hole watching his content.
That was the first one I'd seen. The one
I was watching a lot this morning. I could not get out of bed this morning because I was watching him for fucking ever. Because I was like, I need to know more about this guy. But every other video, he was like, I want to like show my like real personality. And like,
yeah, that was crazy. I after you texted me that you went on a rabbit hole, I was like, oh, are all of his videos like this? And I was like, no, actually,
he's like,
they aren't.
He's like, I want to like be more of myself on like my TikTok, but like I'm gonna lose views, and I'm nervous about that. I was like, oh my god, he's just like me. Like, I want to be more myself.
That's so sweet.
And I want to show more of my true and authentic self, but like I'm just scared I'll lose views. So like it's really difficult. But Snaky, I feel you.
What about you would lose views like if you were authentic? Are you not authentic?
Me?
Are you not authentic?
I just like, it's really hard to not show like my raging bitch side. It's really hard to not show like my crazy self. Like I'm like really random and like really like crazy in real life. Like if you get to know me in real life, like you can ask any of my friends. Like I'm crazy. So whimsical and random.
She's so like bag of chips on my head in the grocery store aisle.
Can't take her anywhere.
Can't take her anywhere.
And so I wish I could show that more, but like I'm honestly fearful of doing that.
You are not that, no offense. Yeah, I could say like hi to somebody, like if we're getting rung up by like a cashier or a waiter, I could be like, love your top or something, and you'll be like, you're embarrassing us.
Because you have this tone to your voice.
Love your top.
You have this tone to your voice that makes it sound like you're being sarcastic, and I know you're not, but other people think that you're making fun of them.
They smile at me. They smile at me and say, what was that?
There's cars honking outside.
Oh my god, it's gorgeous. It sounds heavenly.
Get used to that. Get used to that, to the place that you're going after.
I'm going to be insanely triggered every time it happens.
Yep, get used
just as like a bit. Like I'm just going to be like, oh my god! Every time.
Your dog's going to do that.
Oh, that's true. Maybe I shouldn't do that then because I'll just start worrying him.
For anybody who doesn't know, this is Jake's last episode.
Yeah, I'm dying.
We are taking him to get put down tomorrow, and it's been like a heavy week
but they're
on me.
Removing my penis first.
What's happening to it again?
They said they needed it.
Lisa Frankenstein style.
Frankenstein. He said
I'm
they
gonna
needed
sew it onto myself.
I'm an organ donor, and they were like, we'll take your largest organ, and they decided to take my penis.
I showed my mom Lisa Frankenstein. You
did?
Yeah, it was my
That's
fourth
what you
time
meant
watching
by,
it.
I've watched Lisa Frankenstein 4 times now.
Did I say that?
Yeah, and it's like, you don't have to tell us that you've watched it 4 times. Like, anytime you like a movie, you've probably watched it 4 times.
If there's one thing about me, if I'm gonna like something, I'm gonna like it a lot.
No, exactly.
I'm gonna make it my whole
Need
personality.
we bring up Challengers again? Like, I feel like... How many... You watched that like 6 times?
No, like 4. But like
Again.
Lisa Frankenstein is more digestible because it's like I really like that Cole Sprouse cannot speak. Him not being able to speak. And I know I'm late on the movie. I know I'm like 3-4 months late. I wish that I saw it in theaters, but you gotta admit it was a really good fucking movie. Also,
I wish we didn't watch his interviews after it though.
Why?
Like, because it
ruined
ruined
the
it for
whimsy
me.
for
Because
you?
he's like takes himself way too fucking seriously. He's like, yeah, I like studied for 3 months with a mime for this role. And I'm like, dude, you like for an entire movie. And you're telling me you trained for that?
This one girl from TikTok who I'm mutuals with on Instagram, her name is Mads. She does like a lot of Maxine and Mia Goth like cosplay, and she really does look like her. But she went to the Maxine thing last night. But is it Maxine? It's Maxine, right?
The new one coming out with 3 X's.
Yes.
Yeah.
She went to the premiere last night, like with Mia Goth there and everything. Also, like it's crazy. If I had a nickel for how many girls I know that look just like Mia Goth and were invited to last night's premiere, I would have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that happened twice. Nadia also.
Oh, you don't know yourself?
I don't fucking look like Mia Goth. I wish.
I think you do.
I would have to delete my eyebrows, and like that's like the
Delete.
most.
You've done that. You
I
literally
know.
have done that.
I know, but anyway, Mads like posted, like I was commenting on her. I was like, yeah, slay, or whatever I commented. And she like mentioned somewhere in there, either in the description or in the comments, she was like, shout out to one of like the Sprouse twins that was like staring at me like while I was taking photos. And you know damn well it was Cole Sprouse.
Cole Sprouse, yeah.
It
Because
had to
Dylan's
have been.
respectful to
Dylan-
his wife and doesn't
exactly.
look at other women.
Dylan lowers his gaze.
Yeah, he's like, ooh.
Dylan is not going to be looking at other women. And I don't care. Even if Cole Sprouse looked at me, I would feel offended. And I was a big Cole Sprouse girl back then. Like, I was obsessed
Oh, you like
with
the
him.
nerdy?
Yeah. I
Okay.
like him nerdy.
Cute. That explains a lot.
Yeah.
'Cause
Well,
your boyfriend's like an engineer.
he's like the biggest nerd of them all.
Yeah. And you met him through musical theater. Nothing more nerdy than musical
Damn, it
theater.
is actually very nerdy.
Damn. Nerd. If you're listening to this, nerd.
So let's like flip the script now. Like
the script.
if you're like such like a big fucking nerd hater, then why are you choosing to move in with 2 big ass fucking loser ass, like stupid ass
Is that how you really feel about that?
nerds?
Your boyfriend?
My boyfriend and his boyfriend.
And his boyfriend. Why am I moving in with them? Desperation.
Jake-
I can relate to desperation.
Jake
when
is
she says
choosing-
that, isn't that what she says?
Jake is choosing to let go of this podcast and his whole career and everything he has going for
Just
him,
to
like
pursue
here in my
2
bathtub.
boyfriends.
Just literally to pursue stealing 2 girls' boyfriends
Yeah.
and living with them. And literally becoming
I
a
am
third.
nothing if not a homewrecker.
We're gonna miss you here.
Yeah, well, I'll miss it here too. Thanks for saying that too.
Do you
Means
think
a lot
that,
to me.
what do you think the dynamic's gonna be like with you like living with 2 other boys? Because you've never like lived with like more than 1 man at a time.
My dad and my little brother are both men.
That's so fucked up that you would like bring up something that I like, I don't have an experience with.
You're like, oh, you mean that like amorphous blob that I see when I'm at your house because I have those eyes from Black Mirror where like it fuzzes people out.
Especially, it just fuzzes men out. The women I can see. I can
Yeah.
see your mom. I have never lived with more than 1 man at once.
No?
No.
Did you live with a man? Oh. Did you live with a man?
Do I look like a man?
Do I stand like a man? I guess that's true, but if you think about it, when you live in this apartment, like you do live technically like with men.
What, in this apartment right now?
Yeah.
Why?
There's like ones above and below you and to the sides and all throughout.
Oh. Well, I
And
don't.
there's Cowboy.
Yeah, but I'm not sharing a space with them. I'm only sharing it with Cowboy.
What do you call the staircase?
That's the staircase.
Oh, you don't take the stairs.
No. I get
I get off the
lifted out of
back.
here.
Wow.
No, I just think that that's really cool that like you're choosing this new profession, like you're leaving podcasting behind and you're choosing this new profession of
It's been
being like a slut and like a homewrecker and like
Yeah.
a big whore. Like that's like really cool that like you want to go live with like two other guys that you're going to try and like seduce. Like I think that's like really cool and inspiring. Also like the fact that they're like both like engineers and like both like, you know, like
Well, I need someone to
successful in
pay
their craft. Right.
for everything.
Right.
Yeah.
So I just like really admire you for that. Like that
Thanks.
you're willing to let go of everything for New York City and for two men.
And thank you for being so understanding, like,
Yeah.
and just like letting go of him so easily. Like, really, you put up no fight whatsoever. Like, you just let him go.
I
And
didn't feel like I had a choice.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I guess arguably you don't, because like, what did Nicki Minaj say? She was like, "I win, you lose," or something. That's you. Well, no, that's me.
That's you.
I'm sorry, that's not you. But yeah, no, it was really kind of you and Grace to, you know, be so generous during such an important month. Pride.
It just felt homophobic if I were to like not let you go off and like steal our
Right. Well, and I
boyfriends.
would have been like, you're limiting me and you're being like, honestly, like a hog. Like you're hoarding men against me. And I just don't
That's true.
appreciate that.
You know what? And I don't believe in like when, you know, we talk about billionaires hoarding wealth and everything, and we're like, oh, distribute the wealth, distribute the wealth. Like I understand.
Oh, you're the 1%? For boys?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
I understand what that means because I've been told in the past, like, share
I'm
the
below the
boys,
poverty
Nicole.
line.
Yeah, and so
You're
like
so sweet.
I'm trying to do my charity, and like everyone's like, distribute the boys, Nicole. Like, come on, you
Yeah.
can't like keep them all for yourself. Like, you can't make them all fall in love with you and like keep them all. Like,
Yeah.
that's not really fair to the rest of us. And I finally came around, and like I do, you know, I do believe in like a working class party.
Yeah.
And so
I believe in trickle down my thigh economics. So thank you.
Wait, what's trickling down your thigh?
Come
Oh my god.
from my anus.
Oh my god. And it's your boyfriend.
And it's my boyfriend. You know that TikTok where it's like talking to your friend after like a night after something at some gay bar or whatever, and it's like, and how does that make you feel? And it's like,
What's wrong? And what happened after that?
Have you seen South Park? There's like a big ass butt on South Park. Like, and it like, I think that's literally how it speaks.
maybe
Like,
that's what the sound is
that
from.
like might be actually like what you're thinking of.
Have you seen the South Park video games? They're my favorite.
What?
Have you never played a South Park video game?
No, but
Oh my god, they look so good. One's called South Park something and the Fractured Butthole.
oh, that's for me.
Yeah, it looks
that's
really
for
good.
me.
It's like an RPG too. It's nice and it's good. You'll like it.
South Park is like one of those things that I was a fan of in middle school and I left it behind in middle school and like early high school. Like I left
Like
it behind.
recently you found it again. It's...
No, I haven't watched it again.
Yes, you have.
No, I haven't.
We've watched South Park together.
like 4 minutes for me to be able to show you like this is what I used to watch when I came home from school.
And I can do a really good impression.
And because of that, I can get a really good impression. And like I have let go of that.
Yeah.
I have learned to like let that go, let that be in the past. You know who hasn't been able to let that go? My downstairs
My downtown.
my downstairs
Your punani.
my downstairs cannot let go of South Park. It just cannot let it go. But downstairs, my downstairs neighbor.
Yeah, and
he-
every time we pass their window,
we
look up
literally
into it and we're
look
like,
into my downstairs neighbor's window.
without fail,
It's always South Park. Like you can put money on it.
it's beautiful. To
My
me.
neighbor's always going to be home, and he's always going to be watching South Park in that one room.
You know what? Maybe if you were passionate about like something and you had a business you were passionate about, you would understand what it's like to be obsessed with South Park, but you don't.
No, but I respect it though, because if anybody was able to like look into my mirrors, like if I had the first floor or something, like they would have to walk past and be like, damn, she's always playing that like one scene, the fucking bedroom scene, and like Chandra, she's always playing
Always
that
playing
over
the one
and
where his
over
arch
and
is
over again.
perfect.
Yeah, he's always doing that. So honestly, I
She's
respect.
always playing the scene where the man gets his penis cut off in
Lisa Frankenstein. She's always playing that one scene in Euphoria when the other guy gets his dick cut off as well in the very beginning. Season 2, episode 1.
I forgot about that.
I did not.
More
I
accurately,
stayed there. Everyone moved on. I stayed there.
more accurately though, it's like, wow, they're like birds and squirrels on our TV
No,
screen
literally.
at all times.
No, literally. Chances are, if I'm
Or H3. That's real. That's more real than anything, let's be honest. It's either it's H3.
it's educational. I'm keeping up with.
Who's the man with the beard?
I'm keeping up with the news. Like
Right.
last Friday, all I learned about the entire everyone wants like a fun little episode. It's 4 hours talking about this dead cat.
Oh my
about
gosh.
we're not getting into that.
No, that was crazy.
But that's
none of our business.
and I have to show like Clementine and Cowboy, like I hold them
Like,
up to the
this
screen
could have been you.
and be like, be grateful. like look at the life that you have.
And Cowboy like doesn't understand what you're saying. barely like understands that he's off the ground at that point.
But Clem, I make sure that she knows I'm like, I could have mistreated you, but I do not. I take you to the vet.
It's so nice that you're like, Stockholm syndroming your animals.
I know it. That's why I can't have kids, because that's what I would tell my kids all the time. I would do what my mother did to me. Be like, you should be grateful.
Aren't you
Look
like,
at all that you have.
aren't you like instilling like body image issues within your boy cat too?
Why?
Cowboy?
Why?
Because he's like overweight?
I'm instilling body image issues in him?
Yeah.
Why?
Because you're like, he's fat, he's round, he's rotund.
He doesn't know what that
And every time you
means.
pick him up, you're like, oh my God.
Okay. We could all
He's big boned.
we could all together agree something happened to him where
Something. Where what? What are you about to say?
when
Traumatic?
I had him as a baby, he was losing weight rapidly. He was getting so skinny, having like crazy, violent, bloody diarrhea. Taking him to the vet literally every other day at the emergency vet all day long, and they're like, "Yeah, you could die." Them being like, "Just be prepared. It could be like FIP, FVP, which is like feline HIV."
I think one of my friends' cats just died from that.
It's like intense. Like it's very, very sad. And like they warned me, like they're like, you could have leukemia. Like there's just like a long list of things that he could have had. And I was like preparing myself mentally. I was like, this cat's gonna die. Like this cat's gonna die under my care. Like I brought this kitten home and like I thought everything
And
was
I gave
fine.
him all these problems that I experienced because
Right.
everything in this home is contagious.
Exactly. And so for him to bounce back being like under 2 pounds and then one day suddenly he's now a whopping 15, yeah, it's a little jarring and shocking because something happened and I'm
You say
like,
115
no, he's 15.
pounds?
15 pounds.
No, he's super skinny.
No, cats
He's a
are
skinny mini.
Most cats are not supposed to be
I'm like-
above like
I'm like-
10 or 11.
I'm like 400 times that at least.
I mean, same, but he's fine. His vet isn't happy with his weight. There's just something's going on, okay? And like I try and limit his food and he just stays the same weight. It's like that's the size that he was meant to be.
Oh, you're limiting his food?
Yeah, I'm limiting his food. Yeah, I'm limiting his fucking food.
Wow.
But you know what, though? Speaking of the contagious thing, I did take Clem to the vet the other day. Because if there's one thing about me, I stay taking my cats to the vet. If there's one thing about me, I will not let my cat
You have
die.
a punch card there.
Yeah.
She's on her 9th visit. Her next one's free.
One thing about me, I will never get accused of not taking my cats to the vet. Because any little cough, I will
Literally,
take
you're
them to
watching
the
that
vet.
episode of H3 and you're like, couldn't be me.
Can be me.
I always take them there.
Drop of a dime, I'm like, taking you to the vet.
I'm like, he walked weird. Get in here.
I had a friend who said that to me. Like, they're like, you're always taking your cats to the vet. And honestly, yeah. And honestly, I'm like,
I don't think that about you.
I view it as
Genuinely.
responsible. I
I think it's responsible.
I genuinely think it's
oh
responsible.
my God. If you have the ability to take your cat to the
Right.
vet, like, go to the fucking vet. if
Wouldn't it
needs
be
to
like
go.
evil and diabolical?
It's so disgusting. In this water
Moldy?
bottle.
Guess what?
It's not moldy.
I got a new.
It's just like, what is this?
Yeah,
white-
mine was
what
never
is this
moldy.
white stuff?
Mine was never moldy.
I remember when
Yours is white stuff.
Mhm.
Mine was pure black stuff. It literally looked like this, like the like couldn't come off. Like I had to get.
it was on the other side though, wasn't it?
You want to no? You want a new like little squishy thing?
It was in
got
here?
one. Mhm.
Well, you look, it's a little moldy.
You want a new one?
No,
I have some.
not really. I think mold is good for you, and I stand by that. Like that's why I haven't
No,
gotten
they say
like
that about mushrooms. Not like other fungi. Like just like mushrooms are good.
so all the asbestos I've been eating has been like not good for me.
I honestly, to be honest, I didn't know what asbestos was until like fairly recently.
Do you remember that very, 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 very old YouTube video, like back from like 2008 or 2007? And it was muffins.
Yes.
And he said, asbestos muffins. I'm baking muffins as best as I can. Do you remember that?
That's who you grew up to be.
That literally like formed my frontal lobe. Like
personality.
really.
No, I took Clementine to the vet the other day because she just like breathed funny like once. she huffed.
Literally it was like and you were like, oh my god, you're dying.
I gotta take her. No, honestly, I took her because
You're a Hypo-cat-driac.
no, I deadass am, but yes, I got it.
Thanks everyone.
I took her in because I was honestly like worried about her. She's been like showing signs of anxiety recently. And anyway, to make a long ass
She's
story
been showing signs of anxiety recently.
She has, and like I think there are some signs that I didn't see as anxiety immediately, but like it's just getting worse as time goes on, and so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna take her. So I took her, and then I get the diagnosis, and they're like, it's just OCD. So
Really?
I gave
Are
my
you
cat
embarrassed?
OCD.
Are you embarrassed?
That's what I get for kissing my cat on the mouth.
Yeah. And letting her lick your eyebrows off. That's how you get them.
Yeah.
You're like, I would have to delete my eyebrows to be Mia Goth. And Clementine's like, sign me up.
If
I'll get rid of those fuckers.
my tongue has ever been inside anyone's mouth, just get tested for OCD. Just letting everyone know.
Uh-oh.
This
Should I
is,
go
like,
get
your sign.
tested?
Yeah. They have like
well, it's not like butthole, though.
a whole what?
It wouldn't be like a butthole. Like it wouldn't come through my butthole, would it?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't know.
Well, if
They
because
didn't
if
tell me
you
that,
kiss
like, at the
Adam
clinic.
and then like we
Oh,
like
you're right.
would I then like have it?
Have OCD.
Yeah.
Let me.
You know what? I
oh my-
have been noticing like I've been turning lights on and off like a lot recently. But like it's just because I've been like leaving rooms and trying to save the environment.
You might have OCD.
Oh my god!
That was my first symptom of OCD. Was I would turn the light off when I would leave a room.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck, guys, be on the lookout.
It's everywhere.
New
It's
York
fucking
City.
everywhere.
New York City's literally about to have like a whole pandemic of.
New York
OCD.
City's about to get a new hole soon. New York City's getting a brand new hole in a week.
That's so wrong.
New York City's
That's
biggest
so
hole. New York City's hottest
There's
nightclub.
no way. Just so you know, there's no way I'm New York City's biggest hole.
New York City's hottest nightclub is this new hole that's coming to town. You do not want to miss this.
Make sure you sign up to get
You
in
do
early.
not want to miss this hole in a wall. You do not want to
No
miss
cover.
it. No cover.
No cover. 2 drink minimum.
Are you quivering with like excitement though?
Do you want like a real answer or do you want?
I think people would like a real answer. I think sometimes.
okay,
I think
well, I'll
sometimes
tell you what
people would. I think sometimes people would like to know truly like what you're thinking, like genuinely, like deep down, what your real feelings are. Because guess what, people aren't just watching this just for
That's crazy.
me. People care about you.
They are not. I'm just an accessory, like a nice little like blow up sex doll.
Oh, I was gonna say something more along the lines of like my Sandy Lang Bagoo bag. Like you're that. Kind
You
of
think I'm a
accessory.
bagoo bag? That's actually a very.
They're
high
not that
compliment for me.
expensive.
Oh,
But Sandy Lang was because it was special edition.
thank
But
you.
most of the
Is it
time,
the one with the red bows?
yeah.
Okay, yeah, I like that. With the red bows, you're that bag. Like, I'm sorry, I've never seen a bag more like
Thank you.
actually you. And like, honestly, it's weird because you'll take that bag out and then you wear pigtails and you have 2 red bows in it. And like, I just want to say, like, what's going
it's a
on?
lot.
It's not a lot. It's just like, you know what? You should start that trend, dressing up like the bag that you're carrying.
That makes no fucking sense. What
Why?
are you gonna do for a tote bag? Or a burlap sack?
A burlap moo with like just a U shape, like holding
Oh,
up
okay.
here.
Yeah.
That's kind of cute.
And then nasty on the front.
Yes, you should start that trend.
Okay.
That would be really cute.
All right.
You can start with the bagoo bag. Am I excited? I am excited. Yes, that's like part of the emotions that I'm experiencing. I talked with my therapist about it today. And
Oh my god, you're leaving him behind.
I'm not.
Oh, you're not?
But don't tell
That's illegal.
people that. I am
That's
not.
illegal.
Which brings me, we need to do the podcast on a very specific day.
Okay.
Every 2 weeks so that I can video call him.
We can do that.
From Philly.
When I asked my therapist, I was like, so if I were to move out of state, can you still be my therapist? And she was like, no. And I was like, but what if I came back and did a video call in the state?
Oh.
She's like, yeah.
But would you have to do that every week?
I don't know what I'm gonna do. I haven't thought that far yet.
I've thought
I'm hoping to like get rid of this whole like notion and idea that I have OCD. Like I'm trying to get over it by then. Like I'm trying to like
yeah, you're like well,
get
she's like,
past
well, we'll
that
probably be
phase.
done.
Right.
Hopefully.
I'm trying to get over that whole
If you work really
phase
diligently,
thing.
we'll probably be done. But you have no plans to leave or anything, so
Leave
you're
what?
good. Philly.
Oh, right.
Yeah, no plans
No.
at all. Saying goodbye. That's what I'm gonna title. That's you should title this podcast episode "Saying Goodbye."
Again.
like the second one. No, I'm excited. I'm just a perpetually scared individual.
What are you gonna do if
everything.
you're not gonna see me every day?
What am I gonna do?
Yeah.
Well, I guess like I will kind of be seeing you though, because like I see Adam and like when like we're close enough that we're like fucking at this point. So it's like, how much closer can I be? I'm literally just one person removed.
But like
One fuck removed.
you came here all the time. Like you have your own like little key and everything. Like
Oh my
you
God.
were always here. Like I would
Oh,
come
do I have to get that
home
back?
late at night and you would just be there.
You're never getting that
I
key
would
back.
get out of my shower and you would just be there. I would wake up in the morning and you would just be there. And
Yeah.
like that's going to be a really big change for me. My mom said the same thing. She goes, "What are you going to do like when you're done taking a shit and
Oh,
you
you're
leave the
gonna
bathroom
come.
and he's
Jake's
just not there."
And Jake didn't wipe your ass clean.
Right, literally.
Like who's gonna do that?
What's
now?
going to happen?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like good luck.
I'm really excited
To
to get
you.
like that masculine energy out of my life. Jake said something
I'm
really
the masculine energy.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry
I'm
for you.
really fucking excited to get that out of here. Like I purposely do not surround myself with masculine energy, and so the one that I do choose to, I'm like, get it out. Like
Why? Is it
enough.
because I've been saying, wait, what have I been saying?
You said-
Auga!
Yeah, because
And
Jake.
objectifying people for their boobs.
Yeah,
Is that bad?
Jake.
See, like, I can't say I can't say I don't like vaginas, but then when I say I love someone's boobs, it's wrong. That's like, I feel like that's a double
it
standard.
is a little wrong when you're screaming.
When I'm going, boing, boing, boing.
Yeah, that's a little bit.
Auga! And like screaming at them and being like, boobies, 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 as they
Right.
pass. And I go like this
Right.
and follow them. That's wrong. So what is it? I feel like that makes me not misogynistic.
What if you like flip the script? You were like, "Oh, I'm so disgusted by boobs. Yuck, yuck, ew. Like can't
Yeah, do you
stand them."
not? Do you want me to say that?
But then
I love
vagina today
If
when
I
we
look
go
at your
out.
moose knuckle, you're not gonna be uncomfortable.
That's not a moose knuckle. People call that a camel toe.
What's a moose knuckle?
Usually that's like the opposite. Like guys whose pants are too tight.
Oh, okay. So I'm looking at both moose knuckles and camel toes.
Is that going to be like difficult though? Like living, with two other guys who were like.
And looking at their moose knuckles. No, I mean it'll be distracting, but
Are you guys
I'm gonna
gonna-
try to get work done.
You guys, the three of you guys are going to go out, like, head on to Central Park and like.
Cup each other's asses on the way there. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, probably.
And like, go out on triple dates and stuff. By triple dates, I mean just like the three of you.
That's not a triple date. It's just one date.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, you've never been in a poly relationship, clearly.
You haven't either.
Who says? Who says?
I can't believe Jake is moving specifically to be poly in New York City.
Yeah.
I can't believe you're moving all the way there. You're moving literal states. You're moving state lines.
Well, you're gonna be shocked. You're gonna be shocked when Adam, Brad, and I move to Nevada so we can get married legally.
Is that a thing in Nevada?
That's why that's where the sister wives
Are they?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
The sister wives, the only ones. No, but the sister wives from Sister Wives.
One of the kids follows me
No
on
way!
Instagram.
Oh my God! Hey!
Mm-hmm.
No way!
Hey,
Are you? Hey, you're bi.
you're right.
Wait, I literally have had these notes since the last episode.
Yeah,
but I couldn't look at any of them.
I have some notes from the previous week. I have in here your pussy is vapid, but I don't remember what that was for. I remember,
vapid.
yeah. I think either you or Adam
Maybe
said,
I
write
said
that
that.
down, write that down.
I
And
think
like,
I did.
I have
think I remember saying
no
that. but
recollection of like why I said your pussy is vapid.
Neither do I.
Couldn't tell you at all.
But vapid, doesn't that mean like vein?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say that tracks.
Ooh.
Your pussy is vapid.
Here, when you're trying to catcall a woman out in public,
Okay.
based off of her vagina, because that's obviously like what we're going for now for you.
I say, ooga.
And if she rejects you, be like, what the fuck ever? You're ugly in the first place. Your pussy is vapid.
Like, yeah, okay, I'll say that.
It's good.
Or is it more nice? It's like, hey girl, that pussy vapid.
I don't know. I don't.
Because it's a beautiful pussy.
Ew, Jake, I can't use
My lovely pussy. Do you remember that sound? Oh, pussy, my love. My lovely pussy.
I forgot about that.
I love that sound.
Where's that from?
TikTok, I think.
You know, obviously, but like from where?
I think someone just made it because they love it.
Who would you want to work it out on the remix with? Like if you had to choose like one person to work it out with.
That's an interesting question. Oh my god, that's a really good question. But honestly, I said this on my Instagram story, probably Tyler Oakley.
You have beef with Tyler Oakley?
Mm-hmm. No, I don't have beef with him, but
I
we
met
look
Tyler
exactly
Oakley and
alike.
he had no idea who you were.
He didn't?
He didn't.
Yeah, see, that's why we have beef, because
He doesn't know who you
Because I
are.
met him for a second time, and he was like, I'm Tyler. And I'm like, fuck you, we've met before. We know each other.
I just don't think that happened. I think you're trying to steal his look from 2012.
Oh, you know, wait, who would I want to work it out on the remix with? So, like, it has to be somebody that I have beef with that I wish we didn't.
Yes.
Okay, that's no one, because everyone I have beef with is, I fucking hate them.
They're all dead to me.
They're all dead to me. Sean from Hot Ones? No. Is that his name?
That's crazy. Like I have like actual like real people in my life who I have beef with, and
Like, you're
and
gonna work
all-
it out with Hassan? Hassan Piker? You and Hassan Piker on Girl So Confusing?
No, Jake, I don't know how to tell you this,
Girl,
but like not
it's so
every.
confusing sometimes to be a himbo.
This is gonna be really hard for you to realize, but not every person is like an influencer or like a celebrity. Like there are like people who choose to not be.
What, so I'm just supposed to
online.
name some random bitch for my job?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think Tori.
You're not gonna ask me like, oh, who would you want to work it out with on the remix? Like,
No, you hold a grudge.
I know
You'll
we
hold
were
a grudge till
just talking
death.
about that. Literally earlier today, we were talking about how old people, especially when they're coming close to death, they generally hold grudges. And Jake was like, "Oh well, when I'm old, I'm not going to hold a grudge." And I was like, "I will," because I've been told my whole life that I do hold grudges, which I will admit I do. I've been told that my whole life, but then I like said something like very profound once in like therapy, and like I choose to stick by it. I don't think it's that I hold grudges. I just don't think that I've ever been properly apologized to by certain people. And so that's why I choose to not.
Well, yeah, there's a difference between holding a grudge and just being like not interacting with the person.
Right.
anymore.
I don't forgive and forget. When my mom would say that to me as a kid, she's like, forgive and forget. I'm like, I am never forgetting. I have no idea what you're
The
talking about.
Alzheimer's is going to have to take that away from
I
me.
know, literally. But we were saying, you literally mentioned someone that I would want to work it out with.
Hassan
Like,
Piker.
or no, you literally mentioned someone would come back to me in my life, like when I'm like on my deathbed.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
and
you
that-
would want to work it out on the remix with her?
I wouldn't, because like every single person that I do have beef with, I don't want to work it out with. Like I have beef
Yeah, I
with them
don't- I would not want it.
for valid reason.
You know what?
Every person.
There definitely is somebody that I would want to work it out on the remix with.
Really?
But I don't want to say their name.
Obviously.
Yeah. But like there are people who I'm like not friends with anymore, but that like I used to be friends with, but that we just like fell out of touch or something. Like I want to work it out on the remix. Like I want to figure out what happened there.
You think that's a fight? You think that requires working out? You can just text them. You know that, right? You can just text them and be like, I'm moving next week. I'm moving for my poly relationship. Like, want to rekindle.
I have not told like anyone that I'm moving. Is that bad?
Yeah.
My therapist, my therapist said it wasn't bad. So, but he's like an enabler.
No, it's, well, if there's one thing about me,
Well, it's like okay, go ahead.
I'm an enabler to some friends, but I like to think my best trait about myself is like I always tell my friends, I'm like, oh, believe me, like if you were in the wrong, I would fucking tell you if you were in the wrong. But you know what? I don't really do that. I don't really tell my friends. I'm like, yeah, fuck them. And so like honestly, I don't know. When it comes to you though,
you're like when it comes to you, I really want to give you a reality check.
no, because sometimes Jake will come to me and Jake will tell me like, he's like, this thing annoys me about this person or whatever, and I'm like, well, let's be reasonable. And I know you
And
hate
I'm like,
that.
you're annoying.
You're like, I just wanted to
If
vent.
I told you to be reasonable about things, you'd be pissed.
I know, and you just like want to vent to me, but I am just genuinely being like, well, I can understand this person's perception, and they have a kind heart and an open mind and a young soul, and I think they should keep it that way. But I do really think, though, that if I had to work it out with anyone on the remix, I don't know, it'd be really hard because like every person I would want to work out with is a woman. Because I don't have beef with men. Because men
That's
immediately...
a lie. You literally, we just got off the last episode.
Who,
you were
Hassan
like,
Piker?
I love
No,
having beef with himbos.
No.
I have beef with so many himbos.
No. I'm like in a new chapter of my life. If I have beef with you as a man, you are dead to me. Like you do not exist in my eyes.
Okay.
Hassan Piker is not real to me. Hassan Piker does not exist in my eyes. No, he's not even a character. He ceases to exist. Like that's it. Hassan Piker is muted.
You haven't blinked since you started talking about Hassan Piker, so it's really scaring me.
However, women, every woman that I feel like I am like not on good terms with, which isn't that many, but a couple who I am just like, oh, I miss them, or or whatever my feelings towards them, I've lost them all due to a man. Which is also why men should cease to exist, because they're ruining my relationships with other women. So, you know what I mean? So I think I would want to work it out on the remix with other women, but that would require for those men to cease to exist.
Okay.
Like, those men have to die in order for, like, me and these girls to, like, rekindle our friendship.
Really? Oh, because... Okay. Wow.
I just hate them.
Oh, wow.
I hate them.
Oh, okay. Well, I hope that they do die.
I'm not clapping. I'm not high-fiving you to that.
I'm like, I would give you a reality check. Oh, yeah, I hope that they do die.
No, Nicole, like, if you were to say something wrong
Like,
or,
really
like, do
out of
something
line,
wrong,
like, I would tell you. And then you're like, death to all of them. And I'm like, yes, come on. Death to them.
No, I don't. I like to think I'm pretty reasonable with you. If I'm comfortable with a friend, I'll be reasonable with them. I'll tell them if they're in the wrong. With you, unfortunately.
Damn.
You do have a key to my house. I did have to keep checking your location though today to see when you were coming, because I was like, do I have enough time to poop?
I said, Nicole, text me when you get home. And you were like, I'm at Giant. And I'm like, when you get home, you tell me, because I know that like Nicole's like, come over whenever. And then we'll sit here for 3 hours, which like we almost did today anyway, but we will. And we'll just be like, and like talking, which is good. I love talking to you. I love talking to you, girl. But I just was like, when you get home, like, because I was not going to arrive here at the same time you return from the grocery store.
What's stopping you?
Because then I would have sat on that couch for 30 minutes while you showered. And then I would have been out here and you don't have towels. So like you just walk out of your fucking shower and you're like, I live alone, whatever. It's uncomfortable for me.
I'm not decent.
You're not decent.
What difference is it if you sit on my couch versus you are at home sitting on your couch?
Because I don't have to mask at my house.
You do not mask around me. Let's get that straight.
You'd be surprised you never see me at my house.
Okay. All right.
No, I don't have to mask specifically in this like one position in my bed where like my feet are dangling off the side and my head is up like this.
That's your comfiest like, state.
Yeah, like this is everything to me. This being like this.
What's it called? Like when people judge others who are like masking? Like what is that called?
Is that what you're doing right now?
Yeah.
I don't think there's a word for it. What if I'm going to do the rest of the podcast down like this? This is really nice.
Okay. I mean, you were still seeing it. It's also nice being like the big one for once and you being the little sexy baby.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You know, everybody is, I feel like a sexy monster, or I am a big monster.
What's that? Hotel Transylvania? What are you talking about?
Ooh. I forgot to tell you. Well, I just want you to keep your guard up. Just like,
thank you.
Going forward.
Why would you say that? Nicole is like the most cryptic fucking person ever, and like everything she says is like vaguely threatening. It's very uncomfortable. Like she's like watch out.
What did I text you the other day? Oh, I'll text you. I'm like, were you feeling very insecure about how you acted last night?
No, you literally were just like, do you have anxiety about last night's hangout? That's like fucked up. Like there's something wrong. There's something so wrong with you.
Do you feel anxious about last night's hangout? Or when you move into your new apartment, I'm literally going to say, like, do you have any regrets about the move? Like, the next morning.
And you know, like, the answer will be like, mm-hmm.
I know.
Yeah, I was telling Nicole, I was like, don't, like, if I cry for a while, like, after moving in, like, don't, like, take that as, like, I am, like, miserable. It's just, like, how I process things.
I know that about you by now.
It's really bad.
What's that one app called? Like, that would give your horoscope?
Sober?
No, not sober. Sober isn't giving you
Horoscope.
horoscope.
Give your horoscope. I barely know your horror.
What's it called?
I did give her a scope and I said, auga.
What is the app called that is like very evil and would send you like menacing text about yourself?
Co-star.
That's
Menacing text. They're like,
that's what I'm
that's
gonna
you.
do now that you're away from me. I'm gonna be sending you menacing texts. I'm just gonna be like, do you really think that you should have done that? In the middle of the night, I like know that you're out with like friends,
Yeah.
and I'm like,
you're like,
do you really think that they
are the people
like you?
around you true? Are they
think
real or are they figments of your
Do
imagination?
you think they really want you around? Hey, so how have you been like
I'm
been
like, I'm
coping?
just so happy to have like such a good friend.
How have you been
Are you
coping in New York recently, like with thoughts of people not actually liking you?
with all your ops and like those people following you?
Hey,
Like, have you noticed the people following you around the block when you walk your dog?
are you feeling gang stalked? Don't
Just
worry
curious,
if you
'cause,
are.
like when I was over there the other day, I was like, I just like saw some people.
I'm gonna make you feel really unsettled,
Thank you.
and maybe that'll like encourage you to
You're
like,
such a good friend.
yeah.
I need someone to do that. Like I need because like
See, if
Adam and Brad, they're like literally Adam or Brad like texted. He was like cuddle monster. He's like so excited to cuddle with me when we move in, and I was
did
like,
he really?
no. I texted him a picture of Tucker, and he did say cuddle.
Brad did?
I texted them a picture.
You referred to your dog as Cuddle Monster?
He said, "I'm so excited." Let me just pull it up. God, I love those two. They're like,
Sublet
They
your
keep me
apartment.
young.
Sublet it.
I know. I'm like, what is he saying? He said, tell him to be ready for cuddles Monday. And then he said, cuddle monster, roar, but spelled the way that like people on
Okay, so he's doing it ironically.
yeah.
Okay,
It was
okay.
funny though.
Keep in mind, if you speak with Brad in person, he's like deadpan unless he's like comfortable with you.
Yeah, like legit.
Until he's ready to unmask. Until he's ready to like sink down into the bathtub and like, you know,
This is
unmask.
nice. You should try this sometime.
I have sciatic nerve pain. I can't do that. I'm like, I have like restrictions and stuff.
Do you ever actually take a bath in here?
I never have. I probably should.
Oh, you never taken a bath?
Not here.
Have you taken a shower in here?
That's like super
This doesn't even work. It just leaks.
Yeah.
That sucks.
My landlord kept telling me, like, if you want the shower to stop leaking, just turn it on every once in a while. And I don't think that she understands, like, I'm not going to do that shit. So,
That would just raise your water bill.
I actually
don't-
don't pay for water, so.
You don't? Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
What's in the Brita? Vodka?
Hold on, my grandma's calling. I win
She
favorite
okay?
granddaughter award.
You did.
Yeah. She was just like, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you
That's sweet.
so much for your help. And I was like,
sweet.
oh, it's like in Polish it translates to, oh, it's for nothing. She goes, but it isn't. It is not for nothing. You helped us so much. I was like, okay. Yes.
You said that to her. You said, oh, like, no problem.
Yeah.
essentially. Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, oh, don't worry about it. She's like, no, but it is. It is a big deal. I was like, okay.
Yeah,
But-
sure.
But yeah, no, she
sweet.
was very happy. I'm sorry, what were we just talking about before?
I don't know.
We were talking about I wanted to tell you about like something really scary. The thing that I was telling you to watch out for. Hi, Clem.
Oh, yeah. Before you got all cryptic and scary.
So there is this like new trafficking thing that is happening to like young women.
Oh, okay. So I'm safe.
Clem is so nice on Gabapentin.
Is this serious? Like, are you being serious that there is a trafficking thing happening?
Why would I fucking joke about
Okay,
that?
cool. So I'm not going to say anything.
Jesus
I'm not going to
Christ.
say anything.
You're like, oh, I'm not allowed to tell jokes now.
No, I'm not going to tell
Okay,
jokes.
so like there is this new trafficking thing that is happening. So today I went to the gym, right? And I forgot my water bottle. And I never fucking forget my water bottle. That's not
my
the trafficking
God.
scam. But I was like, oh, fuck, what do I do? I was like, I could power through, but like I'm doing legs and like cardio today. So like I can't like fucking miss out on water. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna buy a bottle of water here. Which first of all, please don't crucify me in the comments down below for like buying a bottle of water. Like, yeah, I know, whatever. I may deserve to burn in hell, but like, I really had no other option.
But that's not because of the water.
No, it's solely because
That's-
of... Oh my
God. I
But
think she's on gabapentin. She didn't even feel that.
she was really wobbly her first day. And,
Really?
like,
She's used to it now. She's like, I love being high.
Yeah, she's very, very happy on it, to be honest. And I went up to the cash register and I decided to buy a bottle of water. And the guy...
This story is so like, I went to the gym. I didn't have a water. I thought, where should I get a water? I went to the store. I bought a bottle of water.
Okay, I'm sorry that my trafficking story isn't exciting enough for you. Sorry that my trafficking
You were
story...
trafficked?
Well, I'm just saying it's a trafficking risk because nowadays men are giving out free fucking bottles of water at the gym. And I just want to warn everyone that you
That they're
are
gonna
at risk
traffic you
of getting
at the
trafficked.
gym.
The entire time I was so fucking fearful for my life. I was like, oh my God, a man talked to me. Oh my God, a man gave me a free bottle of water. Oh my God.
I'm
like,
confused.
I'm at risk of getting
So you
trafficked.
had 2 bottles of water?
No, I had one bottle. Like, I forgot mine at home. And this man at the gym, the employee, gave me... He said it was on him because my card wouldn't tap.
On him?
It was on him.
Ew.
My card wouldn't tap, and he tried connecting it to my account.
Was it warm?
No, it was refrigerated.
No, 'cause I feel like
And
it was
so-
on someone, like, or in
No,
someone.
no. And he said, don't worry about it. It's on me. And like, he was like, he appeared like really nice and like charismatic and like smiled at me and everything. And anyway, I'm just like deeply at risk now. So I think everybody should watch
Deeply
the fuck
at
out.
risk. You are now in this current state, deeply at risk.
I think everybody should fucking worry
There's
because
probably an
that's,
air tag in that water.
that's a really fucking bad sign.
There's probably micro air tags in
I-
that water, and now they're all inside of you.
I love Facebook for multiple reasons. Because number one, if I'm gonna go on Facebook, it's gonna be a few things. It's gonna be the Kindle fan club that I'm a part of.
Oh, cute.
Another one.
Oh, you're a fan of Kindles?
Well, yeah, and like people are just like talking
And
about like
Amazon?
what books are reading. Okay, God, I'm gonna burn in hell for liking Kindles and for drinking from plastic water bottles sometimes when I get trafficked. So on Facebook, it's either those AI posts where it's like, you know, babies with like 5 legs and it's like, say a prayer for me. All I want is someone to say happy birthday to me.
Yeah, did you see the thing I posted?
Yes.
Yeah.
And so it's either that,
And you have to share it to claim it.
right, or it's people from like some random town being like, guys, everybody, be careful. They are trafficking in the Target parking lots. I just came out to my car and there was a little rubber duck on it. That is a sign to other traffickers that you are going to get trafficked. And it's like they have a Jeep and they just got ducked.
You did almost get trafficked though
When?
at Target.
Oh, that is.
Did you tell that story on the podcast? I feel like you did.
I might have.
Yeah.
That was an actual sketchy thing. That genuinely did like happen. Like these
I
two
know,
guys
that's what
were
I'm
like
saying.
freaking me out and stuff. But I do
You
think
should be fear mongering more.
I do think
You
that
should use your status.
I think fear mongering should go
It's
down
good.
because we are not good. I think genuinely like a big percentage of people on Facebook are like really slipping themselves into different forms of like paranoid psychosis and believing that they are being trafficked or watched at any time. Like it is really fucking sad. But like anytime I like stumble upon like a TikTok or a video on Facebook and it's like some guy being like, I'm getting gang stalked, I'm like, oh, I get so sad for that person. And I'm like, oh my fucking God. And this is so rough. And then like the comments are being like, you guys don't believe him, but like this is real. Like this fucking happens. And it like breaks my heart when I see it's people that like I knew from like high school or something that are like believing in like conspiracy theories or like something that everything is like a trafficking practice or whatever, or like getting ducked in a Target parking lot is like meaning that you are going to get trafficked. And it's just like, it's unfortunate.
My favorite TikToker is a man who addresses everybody as hey targeted people, and he thinks that the government is shooting gamma rays into his
I did see
butthole
that.
and ball sack.
I did see that.
He's my favorite TikToker.
Oh yeah, Caleb sent that to us, didn't he?
No,
And-
I sent it to all of you.
Oh, I'm sorry, my bad.
He's my
Sorry, I
favorite
didn't give
TikToker.
credit where credit is due.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, I fucking get it because when I'm on my period, I feel like I'm getting gamma ray shot into my asshole as well.
You do? Maybe they
Yeah.
are. Maybe
No.
honestly, they probably are. You don't have like any like shades on any of your windows,
Honestly,
and
yeah.
you don't cover your TV.
No, that's true. And I
You're
don't wear my
fucked.
like little tinfoil hat when I go out
Yeah, that's
anymore.
weird.
Oh, that one video of the woman who's like out in like a Costco and she's like, guys, I'm finally not fearful enough to like not wear my tinfoil hat anymore. I'm protected. Fuck you, government. And she's like walking around this Costco with her tinfoil hat. But then her 2 children don't have a tinfoil hat on.
Oh, they're screwed.
Yeah, so she's letting the government take over the babies. She's protected, but oh my god, Mia or MIA, I honestly forget. I think it's MIA. The one
Goth?
No, not Mia Goth.
MIA Goth?
No, MIA, the one who sings the song
Midnight
Airplanes.
City? Oh.
Midnight City.
Oh, is that
That's
by-
MA3.
Midnight City.
No, she is full on like cuckoo. Like she is selling tinfoil hat merch, but it's not merch. It's like her own brand. Like they're like bucket hats that have tinfoil in them, and like jackets, because she really is
You're not gonna like what I have to say, but like, get that coin.
Get that coin. She really believes in that shit. It's one thing if you're taking advantage of the people who are like fucked up and
that's
stupid.
fine.
That's fine. I support that. I support that. It's another thing if you're like full on believing it. Like she's very anti-vax.
I know what I'm getting you for your birthday.
A tinfoil hat.
A tinfoil lined hat.
Aww. So I'm not gonna get like put out back and getting shot for like drinking from a water bottle today.
Not this year. That was last year.
Oh. Why? Because I was like a victim of potential trafficking.
Yeah, like we're trying to help you.
Thank you.
Because the trafficking scheme didn't work, so we're like,
Thank
fuck,
you.
what do we do now?
Thank you.
You're welcome. I had a dream last night where Nicole slid down a slide before me and she pooped at the bottom. That's very real. Like, I'm not even lying to you. That's a real thing.
We can
that happened.
recreate it if you want.
Thank God. I was hoping you would say something like that. It wasn't like a solid poop. Like, it was like it smeared.
Jesus.
Yeah, like-
that's the most accurate part of that dream.
I know.
Jake and I got to meet Ben Platt last week.
Oh, yeah.
And we asked him what his
Favorite
song off of Brat was, which honestly, looking back at, like, you know how
I actually listened.
No, but I
He's
honestly,
gay, so probably.
I kick myself a lot for like saying things sometimes, and I'm like, oh my god, like why would you say
like
that?
when you
Like,
called Julian Casablancas
No.
sexuals.
I don't want to talk about it.
It's
I don't want to talk
in
about
the podcast.
Like I want to like stab myself in the stomach with like a long sword and like twist, and that's how I feel about.
Riz.
That's how I felt the other day when I was walking, and I remember I was like, oh my god, we asked Ben Platt if he liked Brat, and then afterwards I was like, really, what song is your favorite? And I was like, I hope I didn't come off as like, oh really? What song is your favorite then?
Come across. Why does it matter? Do we actually care about the opinion of Ben Platt?
It's not about the opinion.
Us?
I care about how I affect others. I care about the aura that I
We were
I
actively
give off
trying to give
others.
away our meet and greet tickets. We were like, how do we get these wristbands off? Like, and give them to somebody.
I care a lot about how others are perceiving me, if it's making them uncomfortable or not. I don't want Ben Platt to like be sad and then be like, oh my god, that bitch had negative 1,000
chronically
aura.
online girl.
Yeah, honestly.
No,
That's what he did. He looked at me at first. He spit on my shoes and
he
he's
ripped
like,
your dress off.
right. No, that actually did happen. Ben
That was
Platt goes to
crazy.
give me a hug, and then he slips off my little Aritzia strap dress of my dress. Like the whole strap just fucking came off, and I was like, oh my, and I'm like half nude. I'm like, oh my, and like security's looking, and then he's hugging you, and I literally looked at him and I said,
I know.
Ben Platt just tried to undress me.
Did he smell good?
I didn't.
I think he smelled good.
I didn't breathe
He's
in.
also like very cute in person, and you guys are like the same height.
I didn't breathe in.
Oh,
I was more
whole
concerned
time?
about the fact that I was nude and I was trying to, like, Ben Platt was trying to undress me.
it would have been an iconic photo if you didn't realize. One boob out with Ben Platt.
With Ben Platt. Yeah, but except I have, like, the sticky boob covers on. So it's literally like a fucking chicken cutlet is, like, out. And
Chicken cutlet. Do you know what corn plating is?
no.
Oh, okay. Well,
Okay, next
oh, there's
conversation.
nothing really to talk about then.
What's corn plating?
So, it's something that like I feel like we are familiar with because we do like analyses of like film and media that we
It's
consume.
like when dogs are, like, biting like that.
No, I think that's corn cobbing
Uh-oh.
because they're like eating it off. The
I
cob.
really like
Tucker
it when
does that all
dogs do
the
that.
time.
I love it when
like-
when corns do that. I love it when dogs.
It's when corns do that. It's really cute how he does it.
I
too.
wish my cats did that. Oh, sometimes they do that to their own legs, but they don't do that to me. But honestly, if Clementine and corn on the cob me, I would really like that. Okay, you said we do media analysis often. That's a bold fucking claim. We don't.
You don't do that.
I do media analysis. I fucking watch that
Analysis.
shit and I'm like, these people are hot.
Okay.
I think it's very bold to say what I'm doing is an analysis.
We consume a lot of stuff that's like people saying like, did you guys notice this about the movie or whatever?
Okay.
So cornplating is derived from the movie Encanto
Okay.
because somebody tweeted and they were like, during one of the songs that one of the characters is holding a plate of corn. And they tweeted like, I never realized that she was holding a plate of corn in this scene. And somebody retweeted it and was like, y'all literally just like ran out of things to say about this movie. Like straight up. And so somebody then posted like something about challengers, and it was something that we'd seen, and they were like, I might be cornplating here, but did you see that that art's coach spoke German, and like that means that he's bilingual or whatever. And like, so the term cornplating is now like a term for like an over analysis to the point where like it just didn't matter. Like the fact that he's bilingual or whatever like doesn't, well, whether he's speaking German or not, it like doesn't matter. But like it's a new slang term. So if you want to use cornplating,
I'm gonna definitely be using that in my real life.
Yeah.
But also the same thing that happened to my video, like my chronically online girl video with the Saltburn stuff, because like I titled it what I did.
Did
like
people say you were cornplating in it?
Oh, absolutely.
They said cornplating?
Someone said that I was ruining media literacy.
Oh.
That I single-handedly was destroying media literacy.
Worse things have been said to you. Like
Honestly,
that your
truly.
hummus reminds them of Israel.
Truly. So honestly, and I knew this was going to happen with the challengers thing, but like it's just very funny like when I go on Twitter and then suddenly all my mentions are just like, no, pumper Nicole, like
That happened
not too
again?
much on Nicole. Yes, it happened. The same thing happened for challengers when I literally got to Oregon. Like I just got to Oregon.
You didn't
I
text me.
literally was on a fucking, because it doesn't matter. I was
I
on
like seeing it.
I was literally on a mountain, had no service. It was beautiful. I was getting bit in my ass, literally by mosquitoes through
remember.
my leggings.
I remember
Literally
hearing about
nothing
this.
else in the world mattered except seeing these 17 rain waterfalls and getting bit in the ass.
And a woodpecker.
And no, that wasn't the same hike, but oh my God, that was beautiful. But I saw a woodpecker on a hike and I was like,
woodpecker
wow.
healed me. From
No, literally
this.
that woodpecker made me realize like nothing in the world fucking matters, because I got off of that hike.
Nothing in the world fucking matters.
Literally, Adam and I like got
Let's not
done.
talk about how you got hopeless in your last video.
I really did.
Which is coming out before this. So
But Adam and I like have our toes dipped into like this lake, and like we're eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and like there's dragonflies all around us, and then I'm like so happy, and then as soon as I get service back again, like I see like all these tweets about me, like thousands of like
Again?
likes and stuff of people being like, she's destroying media literacy, what the fuck else do you have to say? Like, oh my God, this bitch is so annoying. Oh my
Really?
God, she like made one different video and like she ran with it because she found success of it. She's so annoying. She's making
that's what
content.
people do.
And like I honestly,
Bitch, Try Guys have been doing it for fucking like 5 years, doing the same shit.
Oh,
You're allowed.
I was totally fine with it because I looked at that and I was like, that's totally fine, because I just saw beautiful waterfalls and I just got bit in the ass.
also,
over
like
and
you
over
have a
again.
Chad.
And they don't. So no,
From what I heard.
I really don't get bothered by that kind of stuff anymore.
Good for you.
I mean, like initially,
Good for you, because if it were me,
I get scared. I get scared when I see like a bunch of ats
I hate
about
that
me
shit,
on Twitter,
yeah.
or like I'll see a bunch of people being like, not too much on Nicole, or like whatever. Like I get really
Yeah.
nervous because I'm like, oh fuck, like what if this person, I think what my biggest fear is like, what if this person's criticism is actually very valid? But if it's like someone's opinion that they just don't like
people
what I
obviously
do.
feel the opposite, though.
Right, but if it's someone's like opinion and they just genuinely like are like, this isn't my style of stuff, and they just don't like it, that doesn't get to me, because it's
it's
like
like,
that's
then don't fucking
okay,
watch it.
that's fine. But if I guess I'm scared of one day like valid criticism and me being too blind to see that. So that's like what I actually care about, and that's what I always get scared of. I'm like, what if I'm gonna see something, but then it's like literally like, she's ruining media literacy. I was like, all right, shut the fuck up. Like I'm gonna like, that's not real. Like
That's not real. Media literacy isn't real. You heard it here first.
no, I just think that like people who are like, you explaining everything, or people explaining everything about shows and movies or music, or like going too deep into it is ruining media literacy. It's like,
I disagree.
I think it should be talked about because that's exactly what, first of all,
that's what media literacy is.
That's first of all,
knowing that
right.
shit.
I like talking about that kind of stuff. I like talking about the art. I like discussing what my perception is of it. I like hearing what other people think of it. I like it when I post something, like in my challengers video, I'm like, oh, I thought of this scene as this. And then they're like, I actually thought differently about this scene. Like, I think that's interesting. I think that's exciting discourse, because guess what? We'll never know the fucking answer unless the director exactly tells us. And like, usually it's up for interpretation. And like, I just don't think like by saying discussing it is ruining it, because I just don't agree with that. And also, like, good for you that like you grew up and like read books that were like, the curtains were blue, and so like, you know, that meant that she was sad. And like, that's great that you understood that. But also there are a lot of people who are not the same age as you, or not literally the same education level as you, or anything, that are gonna understand all of that.
So would you say like you make like content for like dummies?
No, I just mean that like,
hey dummies.
I think like there could be like a fucking 10-year-old watching one of my videos, and then that is like, oh, I really like this shit. Like, I want to start like watching movies or reading books with more of a critical eye, rather than just, because there was like, up until like a few years ago, I just watched stuff just to watch it, unless it like meant a lot to me, like Perks of Being a Wallflower, for example. Like, that was the first movie that I ever saw. I was like, oh, this means a lot to me, and I like wish that video essays were around back then to like talk about it. But I wish I would have seen other people's perceptions about it. Like, there was no book club for Perks of Being a Wallflower like in my school, like when I was like, you know, 12 years old, or however old I was when I read it and I saw the movie. And so if people are finding a community of like this book club or movie club online, and are like, oh, I'm genuinely interested in this, and it gives you room to understand things, or maybe see things that you have missed, or whatever have you, I don't give a fuck. I think that's fun, and I think that's great. Cute. I think that's great. I think like that's fun. I think discouraging people to literally like just enjoy things is very weird, and thinking like, this challengers, it's not that deep. It's like, is anything that fucking deep? Like, is anything that deep? Like, or perhaps maybe we can make everything a little bit deep, or see the deepness in all like these things, because all these things are going to touch people differently. Like there are movies that mean a lot more to you than they mean to me, and vice versa. And like,
absolutely.
And like, you know, a lot of people in my life don't necessarily love all the same stuff that I do. Yeah. And so it's nice to find a community where people want to watch that, or talk about that, or whatever.
I think it's nice to convince people to watch something too.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that makes me feel good.
Exactly. Like there's channels solely dedicated to Stranger Things content, like still, like, who are actively posting now, even though like Stranger Things is not coming out. And you could have told me a few years ago, like, and I would have been like, that's weird. Like, what the it's just a show. But now I'm like, that's cool that someone is that passionate about like several different, it's not just Stranger Things, like they do other stuff, but I'm like, that's cool that someone is passionate enough about it. So I'm not gonna make fun of someone who's like a big ass Marvel fan. Like, it's like, that's cool that you are that passionate, or like Harry Potter even, like that you're that passionate that you still want to talk about it, even though the movies and the books ended years ago. Like, I think that's cool.
I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Like,
No.
I don't personally like consume content like that, but it just is what it is. I don't know. I think that there is like something to be said for like where, like, how deep, like, I guess artistic intention is something that I feel like a lot of people, not you specifically, it's just something that I feel like a lot of people will completely brush past. Is like, what, you know, like, theorizing and stuff is cool until it becomes something that was not like the intention of the piece, right? Like, and I think that that's kind of the important thing, because I mean, otherwise we end up in a scary place when it comes to like censorship and things like that, where you can overanalyze like anything to mean anything, right? Like, and so, you know, I saw people really upset with Brat and specifically the song Mean Girls, because because of who it's about, because of like what it's about, right? And she says, like, you know, she likes when people call her anorexic and things like that. Not Charli, but the person that the subject of the piece. And it's like, okay, and I did see things like, you know, why is she like glorifying a body image issue? And I'm just like, there's a point where it's not like the intention is not to do that. It's to illustrate a type of person that or literally the person she is talking about. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with that and anything wrong with talking about like someone's mentality in general.
Yeah.
You know. Did you have anything else on your little list?
No, Clementine, look at her. She's like summoning like the thing. She's
really like calm right now.
She's high as hell.
Yeah, but you didn't even do a word of the day.
Oh my god, I didn't do a Polish word of the day.
No.
Ooh, okay. Proszę, proszę, proszę.
Proszę, proszę, proszę. Proszę, proszę, proszę. Don't prove I'm right.
Good.
Thank you.
Papa.
Bye. Have a good one.
Bye. See you later.
See ya.
Bye. Bye.
See ya. Ciao. I don't know. What they say.
See you later. Bye. See you. Bye. Bye. Later.